Boom, baby, we're alive. What is up? Welcome to Interview with the Man, episode 814. It is me, MLD. She's not out of your league. We're going to talk about this because, again, like I said, look, as you guys know, if you guys don't know, I'm Jonathan from modernlifedating.com, and I talk about helping guys maximize their life and get their dating life together. Following the core four, which I like to talk about, which is money, muscles, game, frame, right? We'll go into details about that later, but today we're going to be talking about game. As you can see, it's highlighted behind me over my right shoulder. Now, that being said, there is so much bad information out there, and I am a game purist, okay? I have been on dates with 1,000+ women. I don't pay women to show up on dates for me. A lot of these content creators, especially the ones based in Miami, have like such bad dating advice. A lot of these guys are paying for girls to show up and be with them at meetups, paying for girls to be with them. And actually it's not only a Miami thing, although it is very widespread in Miami. But there is a lot of faking, and there is a lot of posturing and people pretending to be better than they actually are when it comes to understanding dating relationships and the female nature, right? And this space that I've kind of been part of has kind of devolved, if you will, into more so just like bashing women and, trying to tear women down and belittle them rather than help guys with the truth about dating relationships and everything. So let me tell you a little bit about myself, okay? First of all, I am not 6 foot tall. I do not have six-pack abs. I think I had six-pack abs for a little bit when I was 29 in 2015. I don't lead with my wallet. I don't say like, oh, baby, I have six-figure salary, blah, blah, blah. I don't lead with any of that. And I don't lead with, oh, look, I have a nice Rolex, I have nice clothes, anything like that, okay? Because there's so much bad information out there. And the reality is this. If you're struggling with depression, or if you're struggling with not having women in your life, and you're struggling with being just alone, which is really a big problem with our modern times here, is loneliness. I think a lot of people don't realize that. You have to get out of the house and you have to go talk to women. It's literally that simple. And you are either at home. A lot of guys think, oh, I'm watching YouTube videos, I'm gaining experience. No, you're not. You're not getting experience. Unless you're working with me one-on-one or you're out talking to girls, look at the stats, ask AI, Google it, whatever your case may be, okay? Statistically speaking, you're not going to figure it out. Statistically speaking, you're not going to reproduce. Statistically speaking, you're not going to get married. Statistically speaking, you're not going to have a girlfriend or multiple girlfriends unless you work one-on-one with me or you go out there and talk to a lot of women. I'm talking hundreds of women, okay? Then you're not going to get better. In today's episode, we're going to break that down with great detail. So stay tuned.
Connection established.
Make money, make muscles, learn game, hold frame. It starts with learning dating, and then you move on to something else to push humanity forward. That is the philosophy of modern life dating.
I am teaching you how to be strong. I am teaching you how to be powerful. So when bad things happen to you, you don't quit. Okay, because you don't know how. Because you don't know.
No, if I'm not going to explain to myself.
Listen, in normal conversation where people aren't sitting around and patronizing you because you're loud and obnoxious, and a lot of people don't want to confront you and tell you that. But I'll tell you that right now, young lady. You're very loud and obnoxious and you're rude.
You wanted to blow it up and make me seem like something I'm not, and I didn't appreciate that. But that's okay.
Did
you
you watch
can
my
do
channel?
what you want to do for your content.
Oh boy, somebody's triggered.
And
She's
you can do
triggered.
that. No, Adam sent me a clip.
You should want a woman that you can build with.
She can build me a sandwich.
But my man,
It's common sense in every other country in the god world, but here you got to get out a god Venn diagram and be like, hey, don't post half-naked photos of yourself because you're gonna attract fucking predators. Every time I watch that intro video, Donovan is so funny, dude. And he's like, oh boy, somebody's triggered. God, what a run. What a run that whole tour. That tour was like a 10 out of 10 banger. You know, if you guys missed that tour, and that was like, what year was that? That was like 23. Man, what a time to be alive, boys. What a time to be alive. Guys, what is up? Welcome to the Interview with the Man show. It is me, MLD. I'm back again. Let's jump into it. So we got to talk, okay? Now, here's the thing. I'm going to tell you what I've noticed from my side, okay? I don't know if it's because of there's a couple of things I'm gonna talk about, because this is regarding men dating and relationships, right? Now, I don't know if it's because men are just giving up, or what. But I have noticed that there is, at least on my channel, there is seeming to be a downtick in guys actually caring to try and figure out their dating life. Now, I don't know what's going on. I hope it's just my channel, because that's not bueno. But for you guys that are in America, like, have you given up on dating? Or can you just tell me in the chat? Because I'm trying to figure this out. Because I would really like to know. A-Rod says, who cares? Chase the bag. Okay, interesting. BS Profile says decreasing testosterone levels. We as man can't just move on from women because we have stuff to do, unlike them, so they think. Okay, interesting. I mean, as me personally, I could not enjoy living life if I didn't have women in my life. Okay, I love women. I have amazing women in my life. You know, women who care about me, women who love me. You know, and I'm very lucky to be living this kind of life, and it's amazing. And you know, it's a great feeling when you have a woman in your life, when they love you, they care about you, they cook for you, they clean, they massage you, they walk on your back, they make you tea, they take care of you when you're sick. Like, I just personally couldn't understand a life without women. You know, so he says, that's your mom, bro? No, it's not. I'm not. That's very weird. I wasn't even thinking about my mom when I was saying, I mean, come on, bro. I'm in Tokyo. My mom's in America. What are you talking about? Did you miss this? That says Tokyo in kanji, in case you can't read English. So no, I wasn't talking about my mom. God, that just took a very weird turn. You sound like an American girl. That's your mother. Your mother should be doing these things. No, that's because your mother didn't do those things for your father, and that's why you hate men, because your mom's divorced, because your mom was crappy. That's the truth. Okay. But I personally couldn't live I couldn't live a life without women. I just would prove it would just it just wouldn't be that wonderful of a life to live, quite frankly. Okay. Brooklyn's here. She says, I love John. I'm not his mom. Too far to do things, though. One day, sweetie. One day we'll meet. I'll give it to you. A big hug. Jim says, yeah, COVID killed dating for me. And the past 3 years, I've been busy with gym work. I'm only 23. I just feel I need to build up a little bit more before I start dating. No, the only way you make yourself get better dating is by going and doing it, right? That's the equivalent, all right, is like, this is like you saying, like, I want to get jacked in the gym. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to read all these like gym books, and I'm going to, after I read the gym books, I'm going to like talk to all my gym friends and ask them all their gym stories. And the reality is you should just go to the gym, because a crappy workout still levels you up. So we're going to talk about stuff here. Okay. And what I've realized too is, you know, the majority of men, they will not figure it out, and they never will figure it out. There is never this great, grandiose moment where all men have figured it out. That's just never happening. And that's just honestly, having a lot of girls and having one girl in your life that actually loves you and cares about you and takes care of you is a privilege. It is a privilege. And, you know, there are men, you know, basically girls make a joke about this. It's kind of funny. I saw a guy talk about, I mean, it's funny. So a guy probably created up this one first, right? Not women. But there is a meme going around, and it's like, there's 3 kind of guys. Like, it's like one guy on a boat, like, you know, with one girl. The next guy's next to him, and he's like 2 girls. And then there's a guy by himself. Right. That's the truth. And when you just look at the data again, right, look at like, you know, the reality of reproduction and all this stuff, you know, don't think that, like, because we have like a very entitled generation, all of us, right? And a lot of you guys think like you're deserving of a woman, and you're not. You don't deserve anything, quite frankly. You deserve death. That's what we all deserve, right? That's the only thing really deserved of us, if you want to go biblical, right? So to actually have a woman in your life, and to have the feminine grace and the sweetness and that soft energy, you know, it is it's worth it, in my opinion. But like, when I put out content that is like supposed to edify people and lift them up and actually teach them, right? It gets like no views. So I'm wondering, because Fresh and Fit lead the audience charge, and they're, you know, supposedly the authorities on game. The reality is, I think they are also conditioning the culture, because one thing that was like a really big dead giveaway for me is like when they had the Pop the Balloon show, and all of like the Fresh and Fit like super fan guys were there. Every single one of those guys was trying to argue with the girls, trying to debate with them. And I'm just thinking to myself, this is not who these guys are. This is learned behavior. Because remember, I told you, people are sheep. You know, people don't think for themselves. They're not very original. They're not very unique, right? And so they were copying the behavior they see on the after hour show. And then I just kind of blew my mind, really. And like when I talk to women alike, really, really gorgeous women, really kind of mediocre women, right? One thing that I hear in common is just like how guys are just so bad. And obviously I know I'm looking at it through the lens of a female who is probably like, you know, oh my, because every guy's a narcissist nowadays, apparently. Abusive narcissist. My ex is this abusive narcissist. Okay. Thanks for the heads up. Really worried about that one. Glad you cleared it up for me. But when you look past that, guys really are just pretty clueless. Okay. You know, Jethro says, men are out here listening because I'm here because of them. Thanks, Jethro. It means a lot, brother. Let's see. Best clip says unleashing the bloodthirsty. What does that mean? Anyways, okay. Yeah, this is true. BS profile. I've heard a lot of guys will talk crap. I'm a grown man. I have to censor myself. Talk crap in the YouTube chat, but then kiss the woman's rear end in her DMs. Roger. Speaking of that, real quick, I forgot to do my favorite part of the show. Comment review, where I feature the comments of the previous day's episode. And yeah, let's take a look and see what we had yesterday. You know, appreciate you guys watching. You're saying when I said, you know, this guy Beardley is a modern American hero. It's funny. Everybody who tuned in that had great viewership numbers when you talk about a guy dunking on girls, right? But I'm happy. Anytime a video gets over 1,000 views, I'm grateful. Honestly. I'm happy for you guys being here. Appreciate you. Yesterday's video is good. 114 likes, only 1 dislike. Hey, don't be a hater.
Get money.
Shout out to the 114. My favorite Jewish person in the world, Daniel. See, I know you guys based upon your username. That's how real I am. Daniel says Shawshank Redemption is probably the best movie of the 90s. They don't make them like that anymore. Facts. The dog at 127 looks like a gremlin. Yikes. What are you talking about? Oh, yeah, the dog is sad. You talking about the girl or the dog? BJ Tucker, what's up to you? Shout out to my good friend. Real top level guy here, BJ Tucker. Real stud, you know. MLD is the modern global hero. Cannot wait for the return. I'm here. Shout out to Lord Venom, Replay Gang, amazing stream as always. I hope you're counting calories there, big guy, and stop with the processed food. S10K, comment for the algo. Much love, brother. Thank you. Jew 1772. Thank you so much, Jewish friend. Always comment for the comment review. WMLD says 86 the Matrix. Appreciate you. Bakes Online, MLD Beatty. Boys like the video. Boom Baby sounds pro special. What up to you? Aaron McDonald's in the chat. What's up to you? Chuck, Freudian slip. What did I say? AZ Marine. Shout out to you. What is this? Chuck Schumer. Sorry. Oh. Sometimes I slip up. Chuck. Old Chuck. Old Chuck is so angry about Doge. I love it. All right. So let's jump into it, shall we? Glad you're back. I've been back, bro. Where you been? I'm glad you're back. Nigga. Boom. Canceled. Brown man said nigga. Racial origin unidentified. Canceled. Nigga, please. All right, let's go. So let's talk about this. Now, you have to understand when it comes to picking up women and being good at it, all right? You have to understand there are 2 levels, okay? So the goal of picking up women is to get okay, hold on. Okay. The goal is to get experience to reduce time wasted. Let's get too complicated. Let's just make this serious. Let's make it simple. Okay. Get experience with women to have more dates to find out what you don't like and eventually get the girl you want. Okay. Okay, that is the goal. Okay. All right. So there are 3 stages, or actually, let me see. How many stages are there? There are, let's just say, okay, step 1 is you get no sex. Okay. All right. That's step 1. Or this is the stages of development. Let's make this here. Stages of development. Okay. Stage 1 is you get no sex, okay, which is majority of the male population. Step 2 is get some sex, but no retention. Okay, meaning the girls don't want to stick around, right? If they don't want to stick around, you're just not that great of a guy. Okay. If this is a consistent thing happen with you. Some girls, I mean, listen, the reality is most girls don't even know what a good partner is. That's why you have these girls who are around here and still like just, you know, playing the roulette game of pussy roulette. Like, oh, let me give some pussy to this guy. Oh, no, it didn't work out. Let me give some pussy to this guy. Oh, no, it didn't work out. Let me give some pussy to this guy. Oh, okay. I have herpes. Or I'm traumatized or whatever, right? Shout out to Joel Sanchez. He says top GMLD. I'm just gonna leave that up there because you're such a great guy, Joel. Love you. Okay. These are the stages of development. So it's going here. No sex, get some sex, but no retention. Then you get medium retention, which is like the girls stick around 1, 2, 3 weeks. Okay. Then you have long retention, which is like they stick around 1 to 5 months. And that's typically like the average relationship a girl goes through is 5 months these days because they don't have relationship skills. They don't know how to do anything regarding managing a relationship other than hating men. But like I said, relationships and relationship satisfaction and happiness is now a privilege in our society. It is no longer granted to everybody. And if you do not take the necessary steps to level up and make yourself a better person, then you are not privileged to be happy in a relationship. It is a privilege. It is no longer a right. It is a privilege. It is a luxury service. Okay? Quiet King here. This is another bad advice. Quiet King 24 says, she's not out of your league. She's out of your tax bracket. Okay? Sorry. This is why you're in the chat and I'm on the screen. You are incorrect. Stop spreading misinformation and stop poisoning your own mind because it's leading you down a bad path. Okay? Okay? And then final level here is they aggressively try to lock you down. Okay. All right. So we don't need to poll the audience, but you guys know where you are in the stages of development. Okay. You know where you are here. I can't make this. I got to go back to small. Okay. You see this? So we don't need to vote right now, but you know where you are. Okay. You know where you are on this. And the only way to progress from level 1 to level 5 is, let's just actually, there we go. Okay. Okay. And then the procedure, it's like a scientific experiment here. Procedure. Okay. Talk to as many women, I'll fix the formatting in a second here, as possible, and go on as many dates as possible, with the goal of leveling up in your mind. Okay. I talked to some of these old boomer idiots, right? These guys like, oh, you know, back in New York, dog, when I was fucking, I used to get all the bitches, dog. Like, dude, shut the fuck up and put the fries in the bag, man. I don't give a fuck about what you have to talk about, what happened in the 90s, dog. All right. Everybody got pussy back in the day. It was easier. Not everybody. Even back then, it was hard for guys to get pussy. Let me take that back. But it was easier to a degree because there was no social media, right? But a lot of these guys, they got a bunch of pussy back in the day, and then they're still stuck at like level 3. Okay, I'm at level 5. Okay. And I have mastered the game as well. Okay. I have totally mastered the game. I've mastered the game to the point that I'm bored with it. Okay. So somebody says, is there an option 6? Why would you even ask that? Like, where's there to build beyond that? Okay. This is a quality question. Thaddeus Brown Walker, what time frame gets counted as against retention? Could you please clarify that, Thaddeus? Edward, this is what I'm talking about. This is good engagement that I'm talking about from you guys, and I appreciate this. Edward says, what's the stage of a JJ is easy in relation to easy, but you choose wrong? Is it 3 months, 6 months? I know decent amount of rev, but I still get surprised. Then you're probably at stage 4. You're probably at stage 4. What exactly am I missing? That's where you have to sit down and have a talk with me. We got to get on 101 and sit down and talk. I will say this too, by the way. I've been thinking about this, and due to economic times right now, I'm thinking about cutting my consultation prices by 50%. So 40 minutes would actually be $250, and then 20 minutes would actually be $125. I don't know if that's appealing for you guys. Let me know in the comments and stuff, because I do want to help people out. I'm in a position I don't really need to do this, quite frankly. But I realize like my pricing might be a little bit out of touch with some of the people trying to get help. And I honestly like helping people. I don't like sitting around not coaching people. Like, this is what gives me purpose in life. Like, none of this matters if I'm not getting on calls and talking with you guys. right, that's why we have the group coaching as well. That's $150 a month for 2 calls a month with me. Okay. And it comes with a Telegram chat as well to top that off. So let me know, especially on the replays. Okay. SC says free 15-minute consultation charge if it's over 15 minutes. Tona Panessa says that would help MLD. No, SC, that's good. That's good. That's good advice there. Thank you. Okay. Appreciate you. Really do. What about when you first meet someone and there's instantly a very strong connection? She's obsessed with you. I'm also thinking about her. I want to meet her as much as possible. Thanks, bro. I mean, 9 times out of 10, the guy is typically more obsessed with the girl than the girl is obsessed with the guy. Okay. Thaddeus, he says, I think you kind of touched on it, but like how quickly she leaves you after sex, since I think it matters. It doesn't matter before sex. Correct. Yeah. Correct. I struggle believing that solely money equals money points. Like in my mind, 100K isn't enough to gain leverage. I don't know what you're saying. James S says it'll definitely help. Okay, got you. All you guys, you have to listen. Let me tell you something, gentlemen. For you guys that never comment and never chat, I cannot optimize this business to help you if you guys don't speak up. Like, I'm not a mind reader. So if you want to say something so I can better change the business to help you, the customer. Because none of this fucking matters. Okay? None of this matters if I can't help you. Period. She defo more obsessed with me. That's why I asked. We talking 3 to 5 times a night, 4 nights out a week. Only met her 2 weeks ago. Appreciate you talking through G. Yeah, let's see. That I don't know, bro. Honestly, that's a little bit of a red flag. Unless, are you like some mega Chad? Are you? That's red flag if they're obsessed that on the front end, like they're obsessed that quickly. That's a lot. Okay, see, this is funny. I think inner game and changing your mindset about women and being worthy of being chased and getting success with women is very important. It is. Okay. But, you have to understand that the only way to get better with women is right here. Okay. So we're going to talk about that. I'm going to do a couple more catch-ups real quick. I think this is a great idea. Not related, but I would love your mentorship to help my online side hustle booming. WMLD. Thank you guys. This is actually very, very valuable feedback. Appreciate you guys. Seriously. I'm going to start coming up with some better programs here because I think Masculine Empowerment Network isn't good enough anymore. The 5 years of data I have on that is, I don't know. We'll see. We will see. Yeah. Okay. So anyways, let's go back here. All right. So this is the goal. Okay. I'm going to try to draw it in this little section here. Like right here. So. Okay. So there's 2 types of okay. There are 2 types of experience. Okay. Let's just say experience points. There are 2 types of experience points you can get when leveling up your dating skills. Okay. And remember, my goal here, okay, because the amount of like pickup artists or like PUA guys or whatever out there that are just sad, broken, lonely old men in their 40s and 50s. That's not what I want to give you guys. Okay. That is a sad, empty, depressing existence that these guys will cope and be like, oh, I'm okay. Like, you know, trying to get by. No. Okay. The reality is you need to live up to your God-given right as men, which is to be a leader, a protector, and a provider for a worthy woman. Worthy is the key word there. The reason why everything's out of whack is because you have all these broken men, simps, giving all these financial provisioning and everything to these broken women who are unworthy. And here we are. Okay. So the name of the game here is the goal is to be a man, masculine man that women like, and she confides in you and she lets you lead her and you lets you guide her. If you're not heading down that path, you are heading down the path of destruction, period. You find a woman that knows her role as a woman, you know your role as a man, and now you can have harmony in life. Other than if you divert from that anyway, you're just coping, right? All these women are like, I don't need a man to be happy. Like, actually, yeah, you do. And you're lying, and it's kind of pathetic, okay? So this is going to get you to the point where you want to be as a man, which is you have a loving woman in your corner who is supporting you on your goals and journey in life, and you're supporting her, and it's a mutual beneficial relationship where the man leads and the woman follows, and eventually have kids and happily ever after. Okay. Majority of guys aren't heading towards that. A lot of these PUA guys, they're sick. They're weirdos. They have sex with transgenders, you know, and they're just a bunch of weirdos. And then they can't facilitate happy, healthy relationships, but they're talking about it like they know something, right? And yeah, it's no bueno. Okay. So this is what we got here. Okay. So the two types of experience points are hard experience. Okay. That never leaves you. Okay. And then we have flex experience, which comes and goes quickly depending on your activity level. Okay. So now, to acquire the first experience, you can acquire what is known as flex experience. Okay. So flex experience is flexible based on your activity level. It goes up quickly, but doesn't become hard experience until after some time. Okay. So I'm going to show you how this works now. Okay. Okay. So now you basically start off like this. Let's get a shape, shall we? Okay. So actually, let's mix up a whole thing. So okay. So when you start first leveling up, okay, you're gonna have like you go on. Let's say you talk to a girl. Okay, you make a little a cold approach. Okay, that gains you a little bit of experience. All right, and then you get her number, right? And then that gets you experience, right? And then you go on a date. That gets you experience, right? All right, and then she goes to you. So that block is done. Okay, but you do get a little bit of this experience. So then you try again. The girl, you talk to her, right? You get her number. You open the set. Then you get her number. Then she sets the date. Okay. And then she shows up on the date. And after the date, you say something weird and she goes, you're cooked. Right? Real quick. Would you say reverse is true? Do guys need a woman to be happy? For me, having a woman doesn't necessarily make me happy, but more a feeling fulfillment. That's because you've been drowning in pussy for how many years plus, bro? Seriously. Do me a favor and stop talking. Cut off all your women right now and don't talk to any women for 60 days. I'll give you 60 days before you give me a different perspective on things. 60 days. I'll give it to you. Let me know if you're happy with no women in 60 days. Zero female contact, zero sexual anything. Holler out. Let me know. We're not supposed to be apart, guys. Like men and women were designed to be together. Like look at our ancestors. Okay? Look at our ancestors. We were engineered to be together, bros. Don't overcomplicate it. Okay? So you start to build momentum, right? And each one of these stacks does contribute points. All right. And to where you want to go on this, all right, on this stages of development, you have to get there multiple times in order for the flex experience to become hard experience. Okay. This is like when you guys take a break from dating and then you're kind of rusty and you feel like, oh man, I'm cooked. I can never get good with girls again. I can never, talk to girls. I can never, level up and make this happen. I'm cooked. I'm cooked. I'm cooked. And then you kind of have a breakthrough and you're like, oh wait, no, I'm the man. Right. So let's just say you're trying to get some sex. So then you get some sex. Boom. Now this experience here becomes 1 point of hardened experience. And the next time you'll be able to do this far faster, less blocks involved, right? And then boom, I did it again. I met her. We talked for 10 minutes. I invited her coffee right then. She was free and we went back to my house and we hooked up. Okay. Now you have 2 hard experience points. Okay. This might be an inner game issue, but I definitely feel down or perhaps even depressed if I'm not talking to girls. Whether it's like, yeah, that is an inner game issue, but there's no need to get down on yourself for it. Just be aware of what's going on. You should be happy enough in a state of not talking to girls and just kind of going through your day-to-day life. You should be content enough. Okay. So, but now you're aware. Okay. So, you see, the only way you're going to get experience and level up is by talking to women. That's the only way you're going to level up. You're like, or somebody in the chat really is like, oh, I need to get my stuff together. Then I can level up. No, you can't. You have to talk to women and then you're going to level up. Nothing. Let me go big screen for this. Okay. Nothing you do matters to level up with women other than working directly with me one-on-one or in a group setting or talking to a lot of women. And if you're not doing one of those two things, you're getting worse with women as the years go on. You're not getting better. You would think you're getting better, but no, you're actually trending down because the times are changing. The technology is changing. The dating atmosphere is changing. Okay. So you're either talking to women, working with a legit dating coach that has results, has success, has women. You see them, like, look at me on Tokyo Love Show, making these girls laugh, having a good time. Some of these girls throwing it at me too. Said no. Okay. That's who you want to be learning from. And if you're not, then you're not learning. And you're not learning. Your time is passing by. And if time is passing by and you're not changing, then you're wasting your life. If you're not doing something to change your life today, your life is what it is right now and probably only going to get worse because everything trends down in life. Things don't trend up. The only thing that turns up, getting tired, getting sick, body failing, that trends up. Okay. Would you say men need more hobbies instead of wasting all their time chasing women? No. I would look at the state of men, Jalen. Look at the state of men. If I was president, I would mandatorily force as many guys as possible to go through like red pill education training. I'd force it on them. Okay. Best place to meet women, bro, the world. Don't be afraid to go talk to women. Let's poll the audience real quick, okay? Yeah. Talk to women or talking to me. Get out of here, bro. Yeah, okay. What do you? How many girls are in your life in limited stride? Let's actually hear. Go ahead. Let's talk, Stride. Come on the show. I'd like to hear what your perspective is here. Since you got it all figured out. That's the link right there. Click on that. Let's talk. I would love to have a conversation with you. I'm going to be nice. I'm not going to humiliate you. Okay. But yeah, that is the truth. Talking to women or talking to me. Talk to women or talk to me. That's it. Okay. And I'm assuming you have it all figured out, speaking with such confidence. You've got a loving, great woman in your life, right? She's taking care of you. Like working out in your garage there. Is that the garage of your house? Ready when you are, big guy. So anyways, yes, I will reiterate that. I will reiterate that because just look at the statistics. Look at what's happening in the world. Everybody clowns the fact that in 2030, 50% of all the women in America will be single. Hey, dummy. What do you think that means for the men? Everybody's talking about all these women are going to die alone. Hey, dickhead. You're going to die alone. Come on there. It's funny. And I'm going to break this down. Then I'm going to get back to the lesson because this is all the attention is worried. But like, I see the writing on the wall. And this guy here, talking to women or talk to me, get out of here, bro. Why is he watching content like this. Guys that work with me, they graduate from my content. That's a big reason why my subscribership doesn't grow. It really is. People like, everybody in the community will know these people. People like Harry, who's got a very gorgeous, amazing, super kind, smart, very good cook of a woman by his side. You know how many amount of guys that have come through my program, graduated, and have like the most amazing banger hot babes, taking care of them, loving them. These women fucking love their men so much, they cook for me when I'm hanging out with them. Okay? Yeah, again, so this guy, see, like I'm sitting here. See, everybody wants to offer their advice, but where's your proof of concept? Where? Because last time I checked, my students are crushing it. The ones that take this seriously, the ones that don't flush out and give up. Okay? You either do what needs to be done to level up and get ahead in life, or you just get in line with the rest of the sheeple who are letting their life pass them by. Period. You know, there's a reason why guys like me have an abundance of women at my beck and call. And you know why that is? Because the majority of people are like this guy. You know? I find it funny. Personally, I find it very funny. You know? Because I'm not the one who's going to end up alone. Nandez wants to be watching late. He says 250 for 40 minutes would be great. All right, I'm gonna talk to my developer and make some adjustments for you guys, because I really just want to get back to helping everybody out. And I just realized, like, you know, the economy is still not where it needs to be. And I'm like, I'm not here just like for a selfish money grab. You know, I'm here to help you guys out. So let's go back to this. Okay. So this is, you know, it's like, I'm going to use I'm going to use the analogy that I came up with this. Okay. We've all played Call of Duty here, right? Call of Duty, Halo, right? Put a 1 in the chat if you ever competitively, and like when I say competitively, like you used to get on ranked in Call of Duty, Halo, and like get online and like just try to win. Who's that? Show of hands, right? Me, 1 for me. That's a 1 for me, right? How many of you guys have actually tried to do that? Or a fighting game too. A fighting game when you get online, you fight people or you fight your friends, right? Zach put a 1, Jalen put a 1, Jorge put a 1, Brando put a 1. Let me just actually put you guys, give you 2 minutes of fame. There you go. 1, 1, 1. Siege, I think that means 1. Brando, what up? Jason 1, Jay 1, Billy 1, William 1, Zol QZ 1, Aaron 1. Fighting game 1. I'll smoke you in friggin' Soul Calibur. Brooklyn 1. Thaddeus 1. Good stuff. Cryptic 1. Ahmad. Hey, Ahmad, good to see you, buddy. Battlefield greater than. Hey, I'm just glad you spelled that right, G Money. All right. So. All right, let's talk about that. This is the concept I came up with, right? Because, like, you know, when you're playing video games and you are doing the thing, you're playing the games, right? And sometimes you take a break and you're like, damn, it's not as good. But you know what your skill level is. You know where you can what you can execute at, right? That's your hard experience. But when you're like, oh, I'm still rusty, you're like, or like when you like lose, you're like, nah, I would beat that guy if I wasn't like cold right now. I need to warm up and get back up to my hardened experience level, right? Because that's what happens. Okay. Your hardened experience level, it's there, but you got to build back up to it. But you know you can build back up to it. Does that make sense to you guys? So I was like, if you can sleep with a bunch of girls, like that's your thing. You can't get retention, but like you're 100% a a level 2 guy right here, you can get sex but no retention, but you're like going on dates and striking out. And you're like, no, I know I can get sex. I know I can get sex, right? That right there, that is your awareness of your hardened experience level. You're like, no, I know I can do this, right? But you have to build yourself back up through experience, through talking to women, through going on dates, through making it happen, right? So that being said, it's the same thing with dating. So you guys home, if you're level 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. But if you take a break, everybody goes back down to level 1. Okay? Everybody goes back to level 1. If you take a break, you go to level 1. Period. Right? This is why I've always saying volume. Okay? Instead of taking pictures of ourselves in our basement or our garage or whatever and talking crap to people on the internet trying to help everybody like this guy, you should be talking to women. Because if you had it figured out, you wouldn't be here, would you? Would you? And I'm not talking to you guys who went to the Philippines and now all of a sudden you're a ladies' man. No, you're in an economically disparaged country and you're a fucking meal ticket, brother. Wake up. Okay? If you're not consistently pulling high quality vagina in the first world, you're not that guy, bro. You have work to do. And that's okay because we all have work to do. But that's what we have to do as men. We've got to work. We've got to work. We got to make a change. Okay? We got to make something happen, boys. All right? Brando makes a very good point, and it's true. I think that's the case with all disciplines. Absolutely. If you're not going forward, you're going backward. And yeah, that's how I was able to come up with this analogy regarding women, because it's also the same thing. It's like sparring, right? You ever go spar? I know a majority of you guys don't go and fight, but for a few of you guys that actually do and go and fight, when you go and like you roll and you're like rolling, you're like, oh, like I'm still, you're like, oh, I'm gonna throw up my guard here. Oh, I'm gonna try to catch him with armbar here. All right, let me sweep here. All right, let me friggin' sprawl, right? Or when you're sparring, you're like, oh, dude, I got to watch my distancing. Okay, now, let me keep my hand up. He cracked me with that right hand too many times. All right, I'm going to dive. I'm going to dip to the left. I'm going to dip to the right. I'm going to freaking, this guy's taller than me. Let me back up. Let me get in 1, 2 back. Let me work the body a little bit. He's a taller guy. Let me go for the overhand right. But you're still going to get lit up because you're not as sharp. You're not as maxed out on your flex experience and then building into your hardened experience. Okay. Flex experience becomes hardened experience. All right. So where you are on this chart here is where you are. Hey, Jorge, at least you're real. Oh, Jorge says, yeah, not gonna lie, I'm out of practice, back to stage 1 after my LTR. See, that's the thing a lot of guys make mistake of, is like you still have to like talk to other women and like flirt and like be like practice your game when you're in a relationship, right? Your woman will thank you for it, bro. I'm not saying like you need to be like, going out and getting girls' numbers and stuff, but you do need to like, you can't just let yourself go. That's why a lot of guys, they get into a relationship, they get complacent, they let themselves go, and then you're cooked, right? And it's a good thing to a degree to be happy in a relationship. And like, like even in Japanese, they say like when you're happy in a relationship, you get fat, right? You're like, they call it like happiness fat, right? Because you're happy, you don't need to be like super sexy, whatever. You're comfortable, everything's good, right? So, but you don't want to let that happen to you, because then complacency always leads to a downfall, guys. Every single time. Every time. Okay. I've been flirting with Japanese ladies. Are you in Japan? Believe in yourself? I suppose you mean do everything except get the number or IG to practice. Yeah. Just chat to them. Chat with them. Have a good time. Don't forget to join my Telegram chat. The link is there to join me. Add my Telegram alerts here to help me beat the shadow ban. And yeah. Gotta say, Big Daddy Trump let me down. I thought he was going to sign that executive order like he said he was. Boy, oh boy, I'm such a normie. You know, it is what it is. Let me add this. Yes, and update. Okay. There you go. Boom. There you go, boys. I feel like today's a great episode, though. I feel like we're having some good rapport here. I haven't been laid since late December. Would be nice to have sex. Yeah. Well, I mean, you got like, dude, you know, how many girls are you talking to, my G? How many girls are you talking to? Right? Talking to women. Listen, guys, you have to understand, every girl that you date or meet with or have sex with, you're lighting a fuse that is eventually going to burn out. Okay? So, talking to zero girls and having zero sex. There is a correlation there, my friend. I'm going to let you figure that one out, my brother. Okay? You got to be consistent. You're not showing up to coaching anymore, man. Did you drop out of monthly coaching again? You know, you're in all these coaching programs and all this stuff, but like, you're not. What are we doing coaching for if we're not getting results? Right? I know you're with me. I know you're with Castle Club. Why do we have zero girls? If that's what you want, you got to go get it. Okay? So, now here's the thing that a lot of guys make a misunderstanding of, okay? You see, your skill level is the only thing that matters when it comes to women. Not your looks, not any of those things, okay? It's your skill level with game. All right? Your skill level with game. Being lazy, like I just said, complacency, it'll get you. It'll get you. No time to be lazy, my friend. There is no time for you to be lazy. Guys, speaking of lazy, we only got 50 likes in this video. Can we please go ahead and crank that number up? Let's get that up to 100, like right now. Come on. This is kind of ridiculous, guys. Get the likes up, boys. I'm dropping some serious heat for you. All I ask is you for to click a button. Literally, it's all I ask. Please click a button. And you may think, oh, he's talking to those other people. That doesn't apply to me. No, it applies to you. Okay? So click the button. Ahora mismo. Maricón. Okay. Okay. So, are we good? All right. So I'd like to thank the 12 people that just clicked like. All we need is 38 more. No excuses, senor. No excuses. I do not care. If you're paying for coaching, show up. I do not care. Stop it. Show up. You wanted to be a big dog? I'm talking to you like a big dog. Show up. John, I've been curious about Money Muscles Game Month. The coach since I first found you. What's the difference between it and men? Men, it's like men with a group chat, bi-weekly calls, personalized advice. Yeah, it's just more of a it's more of a frequent contact point. And there's less people in there, so I get more involved with people one-on-one. Okay. So anyways, your skill level in game is the only thing that's going to hold you back, right? So, and the only way you get skill is by, spoiler alert,
Get money.
talking to women. Okay. So another thing is this real quick, right? Don't get me wrong. I love Aaron Clary, but when I see him giving dating advice, it's just like, guys, he doesn't understand women. He understands economics. I'm never going to be like, Aaron, let me down talk to you fuck about economics. Never. Because he's clearly smarter than me with economics and stuff like that. But don't take dating advice from someone who doesn't have the dating life that you want. Period. Okay? Jorge says, all right, coach, I'm going to go out and get at least 5 numbers via cold approach before the end of the week. If I fail or what's out, I'm sending a super $100 super. Make sure you send it to my Streamlabs. Okay. Don't send it to YouTube because they're going to get friggin' a percentage, a large percentage. And it's not going to be okay. So your skill level determines on the quality of women you could get. Okay. So the more your skill goes up, let's like 1, 2, for simplicity, we'll just say level 5 is max. Let's just say you're level 3. Okay. 3 out of a potential 5. So you're level 3. Okay. And the girls that you want, the hot ones that are like level 5, level 4, level 5, level 4. What a lot of guys don't tell you is no matter how good you are, some women will just say no to you. No matter how good looking you are, no matter how jacked you are, no matter how rich you are, some women will just say no. That's just the reality. Okay. They will just say no, no matter what. Okay. Period. Okay. Period. You, however, must take your shot anyways. Okay. No, Barry says a lot of it is timing. She on her period bracelet. No, it's not. It's not. Men are not approaching. Men are not approaching. Men are not approaching. Men are not trying. That is the number one issue. Men are not trying. Men are not talking to women. Go on TikTok. Go on social media. Women are complaining. There's singles events where women just show up and there's no men. Men are giving up. So for the guys who don't give up, like I've been saying, the harvest is plentiful, but the workers are few. Guys, I'm 39 years old. I'm going to be 40 in December. The quality of women that are interested in me and the frequency is not going down. It's going up because I'm not addicted to pornography. I'm not a fat fuck. I actually take my job and my work and my finances seriously. I take my fitness seriously. I know how to fight. I have social skills that I know how to use. I'm not an embarrassment to bring someplace. Okay? But this has come from a lifetime of me working on myself. And you too can have this, but it all comes down to work. Period. Nothing more, nothing less. Barry, great point there. He says, I'm saying she could just say no for reasons out of your control. That does have much. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. That is 1,000%. And so, yeah, absolutely, Barry. I was agreeing with you. You still shoot your shot regardless. Dr. Mel says, sup, check in. No one cares. So just joking. I love you. Love you so much. Okay. But again, you have to shoot your shot. You have to shoot your shot. If you don't shoot it, you're out. You're out. That's it. You're not going to win. Every time, okay, every time you shoot your shot, you get 1 experience point. 1 experience point. 1 experience point. Okay, 1 experience point. 1 experience point. All right. So many people are not talking to girls. So many people are not trying. I just telling you guys that it's seriously, get out of your house and just, if you see a woman, talk to her. Okay. She's not going to mace you. She's not going to pepper spray you. She's not going to whip out a knife and shank you. Okay. You know, what are you going to do? You're afraid of a girl? What is she going to hit you with the double leg and put you in full mount and start feeding you elbows till your lights turn off? That's what you're afraid of? You have to be a brave man. Okay. You have to be a brave man. Okay. Right here. Your skill level of game is the only X factor in regards to the quality of woman you can get. All right. You got to stop believing this crap that she's out of your league, or these are all these rejections that you tell. These are you rejecting yourself. I'll tell you what I say. Here's my insecurities, right? I'm not muscular enough. I'm not, maybe I'm not white enough. Sometimes I think that in Japan, like, oh, maybe I'm not white enough. Maybe I was whiter. Right. And I've slept with like literally hundreds of Japanese girls, right? But oh, if I was whiter, then it's just like you create this boogeyman in your head. Oh, if I was more shredded, if I was more this, or if I was taller, or if I was richer. Let me tell you something, guys. Money does not matter with women, and the ones that it does matter with are women you don't want. Okay, you have to have some kind of financial security, that's for sure. But money, people think like, oh, you're rich. No. You know what does matter? Clout. If you can get clout, that matters. I'll tell you that. Clout does matter. Clout matters more than money. But again, women who are attracted to clout and women who are attracted to money, like you never see these women happy, healthy, long-term, stable relationship. There's always some kind of psychotic life they're leading, and it's just not what you want. Okay. But it happens to all of us, guys. We all reject ourselves internally. All right. We all reject ourselves internally before we take our shot. But the reality is the only way you reject yourself is by not taking the shot, because then you reject yourself from the opportunity of growing, the opportunity of making it happen with the girl, and the opportunity to be happy. Okay. Jalen says, I took a girl on a date last week, walked her to her car. She thanked me. She said she hasn't had a guy ever do that, and blew my mind. It's facts, bro. These girls are starving for a good man, bro. They're starving for a good man, Jalen. Big ups on you actually going on a date, trying to make it happen. Good for you, bro. A lot of guys aren't even doing that. But I'm telling you, boys, the key is getting out of your house and talking to women. And it's the most, guys, to this day, I'll tell you, I always talk about the Halloween story, but I'm going to talk about it again. Okay. I'm going to tell you something. To this day, this girl wasn't even that hot. She wasn't even that hot, but I wanted her. Okay. I used to work at a cab company called, what was it called? It was an Orlando one. MEARS? Fucking Jesus Christ, I'm like old, like Aaron Clary. I can't remember. What are the company I used to work for? MEARS, some kind of M. Orlando Taxi Company. Where is it? MEARS. 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 Samsonite. I was way off. Way off. Okay. Dr. Mellon, shut up. I've been told I have unearned confidence. Can you just be quiet? Is there a digital kitchen you could prepare some sandwiches for us so we could nourish our minds and we get entertained here and educated? Just joking. I love you. Love you so much. Love you. See, guys, you guys may not realize this, but I'm gaming Dr. Melons. That's why she keeps coming back, because she likes me so much. Okay? Duh. And remember I told you women like CLOUT? Look how much non-CLOUT I have. And yet here we have our faithful subscriber every day. I know Dr. Melons likes me. It's okay. I don't blame her. I'm a very great guy. Honestly, super great catch. I was working at MEARS, right? And I was very interested in the girl working the cashier, because when you're a taxi driver, you have to come in called cash out, or you got to give your cash, your vouchers, and all the stuff at the end of the day, right? And so she's a beautiful white girl. I love girls with like very light white skin. I love girls like that. It's just so hot. The whiter the skin, the better, right? She just had this beautiful white skin. She's so fine. So I only had 2 minutes to talk to her, but I could feel every time I talked to her, I could feel her attraction to me. I could feel she liked me, right? So I used to hang out with these friends of mine, and one time it was going down. This was October of 2016, and we're going out. We're going downtown, and we're going out for a party. And my buddy at the time, his name is Aaron. He was like, "Yeah, you want to hang out with me and some girls?" I was like, "What are you, fucking gay?" "Yeah, of course I do." And so we go down there, and he's with these 2 Latina smoke shows, and then he's with the fucking white girl, and I'm like, oh my God. And she didn't really recognize me. She didn't put it 2 and 2 together. Because I was also wearing a costume. I was a vampire. I was had blood and fangs and stuff. And I just remember seeing her and my stomach sinking. I was like, oh my God, I want this girl so bad. So we meet in the middle of I think it's Roslyn. You guys know what I'm talking about? When you turn off of, you're heading towards I-4 on Colonial for my Orlando people, and there's a 7-Eleven on the right hand side, and you hang a left. I think it's Roslyn. Anyways, we're walking on Roslyn because they closed down everything for downtown nights in Orlando, and we are saying hi, what's up? I say hi to the Latinas. I'm really sweet to them. Kiss them on the cheek, whatever, the whole Latina shit. And then I'm saying hi to homegirl, and we start chatting, whatever. And then I could feel she's open for that night, she's sexually open. I could feel she was down, right? And so, that being said, so you guys are writing the most retarded shit in the chat. Oh boy. Anyways, do men care if a woman has money, clout? No. Actually, if a woman has clout, it's actually a red flag, and we don't want them around because it's just too much liability. Got all this, you got an open door of potential suitors just coming in 24/7, 365. No thanks. So anyways, I'm talking with a girl. We start walking to this bar. We're having a good time, and I could just feel she was open. So I start holding her hand, and my friend was he was being a good wingman. He was, whatever, with the 2 girls behind me, and I was walking with her. And then we go into the bar. I buy her a drink. We're sitting down, and I only buy her a drink because I could feel the vibes really there, right? And we're having a good time. And then I could just feel she was down. So I just start kissing her. We start making out. And then we look back at my friend and the girls, and they're all smiling. They're like, okay, go for it. And remember, I took her home and I slept with her. And it was just the most satisfying feeling to get what you want in life. And that's what I want to tell you guys. After that happened to me, right? When you set a goal and then you accomplish it, no matter the goal, you get a piece of hardened experience that nobody can take away from you. Period. Nobody can take it away from you. Nobody can take it away from you. It's so rewarding, and it's just a testimony of like how you got to talk to women, you got to get out there, you got to make it happen. And you know, if you don't, life is just going to pass you by. Life is irrefutably and absolutely going to quickly pass you by. Quickly and fiercely pass you by with no remorse, no anything. Okay. So, that being said, what are you going to do? She's not out of your league. She is not out of your league. Okay. It's not impossible. You just have to talk to these girls, dude. And you have to have a good level of skill and with your game. And you got to have internal, you know, health with your inner game. But it all starts with just getting out there and talking to these girls, bro. And a good benchmark for you guys is this. 1 out of 150 girls will sleep with you pretty much immediately. Like, meet her, talk to her. She has time. Because a lot of you guys think, oh, these girls got things to do. They got goals. They got dreams. No, they don't. They're just walking around aimlessly. Majority of them are. Okay. Men, on the other hand, are like that. But women, I didn't believe it until someone red pilled me hard here in Tokyo. Okay. But it's true. It's very true. And when you make a woman feel a certain way, they'll do whatever to stick around. If you make a woman feel good, they will do whatever to stick around you. They will pay money. They will disown family members. They will abandon their religion. They'll quit jobs. They'll move across state lines for you. Okay? Period. Period. Okay? Nothing more, nothing less. Okay? I want to make that very clear. You got to conquer the fear that you have internally. Okay? Okay? And if you don't, this is your life. Okay? This is your life. Nothing more, nothing less. That's it. Okay? And I want you guys to win. I want you to win. I want you to win. But you can't, if you don't go and talk to these girls, if you don't get out there and make it happen, nothing's going to happen. Do you lean towards get the girl you want or choose the girl? Bro, every real G knows choose the girl that chooses you. But if you're lucky, if you get the girl you want and she chooses you. But women are, at the end of the day, women do the choosing. Period. If they don't, it's called rape. Women do the choosing. Initially, for the sexual part of the dance. But men are the gatekeepers of commitment. Just ask yourself, are you worthy of committing to? You know what an objection I get nowadays is girls are like, wait a minute, like you're a good talker, you're good looking, and you are single? Why are you single? That's the red flag I get. Why are you single? Why are you single? Why are you single? It's too good to be true. It's a good problem to have, boys. Gonna be 40 in December. Gonna be 40. Hasn't stopped me since. Has not slowed me down. I'll let you guys know when it starts slowing down. But yeah, that's going to do it. Thank you guys for watching. We'll be here tomorrow with Tokyo Crypto Show Season 2. And yeah, I hope you learned something from this. Remember, you got to get the hardened experience. If you don't get the hardened experience, you're not getting anything. If you're not talking to girls, you're not figuring out. You're watching YouTube videos, no. If you're not working with me one-on-one, you're not joining my monthly coaching, you're cooked. And if you don't know what my monthly coaching is, take a quick look right here.
What's up, guys? Thanks for watching today's video. We're going to get right back to that, but I want to tell you quickly about my coaching program, the Money Muscles Game Monthly. If you're having trouble getting women in your life, keeping them around, and getting dates, if you're having trouble with your finances, this is the program for you. It's a very simple program dedicated to solving those problems with you right now. Each of these coaching sessions are a group coaching session with live interaction with me on the second and fourth Sunday. Every month, we meet at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Zoom to discuss exactly what is going on with you, what problems you have, what roadblocks are in the way. And then from there, we come up with a special plan for you to get the results that you want. I know what you could say. There's all this free information on the internet. There's all these free content creators putting all this stuff out. If that were the case, the world would be healed by now, but it's not. Okay, it's the blind leading the blind. You don't even know what's good information or not. You need a mentor. You need a group. You need a tribe, and you need to be held accountable. That's what you have in the Money Muscles Game Month. In addition to that, we have a free 24-hour support Telegram chat where you can link up with other like-minded men just like you who are dedicated to solving their dating and money problems right now. So, if that sounds like something you're interested in, I want you to stop what you're doing right now, go to modernlifedating.com/monthly, sign up, and then you're going to get an email sent to you with a Telegram link so you can join the Telegram chat and get on your plan to fix your problems immediately. Do not let another day go by where you silently suffer, lying to yourself, saying you're going to figure it out, because you won't. You need help. You need a mentor. You need group support. That's what I am. That's what my community is. I've dragged myself from the depths of poverty to the tops of financial success. I've dated hundreds of women around the world. I can easily teach you how to do this. It is a cakewalk. But it all starts with you going to modernlifedating.com/monthly and signing up today. Thanks so much, and let's get back to today's video.
That's right. We've got the new updated website here. Just go to modernlifedating.com and then click on the monthly Modern Life Dating. This is modernlifedating.com/monthly. And then here, just click here to get the monthly coaching. And you can see testimonials down here, all the people I've been helping out over the years, and so much more. Okay. So that being said, boys, I appreciate you. We will be back here tomorrow. Until then, go out there and talk to a girl for me today. All right. That's what the name of this channel is. We're going to try and help you talk to as many girls as possible.